Welcome back to The Price of Business. I'm your host, Kevin Price, talking to you about you and your business. Delighted to get my good friend Lance Malone on the program 2 days in a row. Good to see you, my friend.
Thanks, Kevin. It's good to be here.
Standard Supply is an awesome company. I love the work that you all do. Tell us a little bit about their story.
Sure. Standard Supply is a distributor of heating, air conditioning, refrigeration, and ventilation products, and we've been in business since 1946. And what we do is we help the best contractors in Texas take care of their customers by having the products they need whenever it's time to repair, replace, install new, or work on air conditioning, refrigeration, and ventilation systems. And I'm really excited today to have Humberto Moreno with us today. Humberto is the operations manager for Unity Cooling Systems here in Houston. And you can find out more about them at unitycooling.com. That's unitycooling.com.
Yeah, unitycooling.com. Make sure you check out their website. Looks like it's going to be very informative. In fact, a lot of great information. Tell us about your company. A little bit of background.
Unity Cooling is a family-oriented company to where we see each other as family for any customer.
So how old is your company?
Our company is 3 years old.
3 years old.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, very good.
3 years old.
And how many employees do you have?
Right now at the time we have 5 technicians.
Very good.
Technicians. So we have 5 vans running right now, servicing Houston.
Very good. Lance?
You mentioned to me earlier that you had a business mentor. Tell me about that, about how he became your mentor and how that kind of led into you getting into this business.
Yes, sir. Well, years back I worked for a restaurant which is called Gringo's. And very great person, the owner, Russell Ibarra, used to always, tell me, sky's the limit. And always, because I always try to rush through jobs. I was thinking, okay, quantity. It's like, no, quality, not quantity.
Yeah, absolutely. And so that became part of your, I guess you say your philosophy for this air conditioning company.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
yes,
very
sir.
good. Lance?
Everything always has to be quality.
Yeah.
And you told me also an interesting story about how your family came up with the name Unity for your business. So tell us about that.
Yeah, well, we were looking for something to be catchy that represents us, Unity. Actually, I was driving down Hillcroft, and you know how they have Unity Church right there on Hillcroft. And we saw the name, and what better way of having family together, being united. So we called it Unity Cooling Systems.
Yeah, makes perfect sense to me. I love it, and very, I think it's the kind of theme that a business would want to convey. I like that.
Yes, sir. It's like we tell our customers, being united one condenser at a time.
Very good. You got to love that, Lance.
So what type of work does Unity Cooling Systems specialize in, Humberto?
Well, we mostly specialize in refrigeration, which is walk-in coolers, walk-in freezers, ice machines. We also do air conditioning.
So most people that listen to the show are probably at least a little bit familiar with air conditioning because of the air conditioning in their home or their business if they have a business, but probably not many know much about refrigeration. So what are some of the differences between a refrigeration system and an air conditioning system?
Well, to us, the difference between AC, a residential air conditioning system, you're cooling your house, you're heating your house, compared to a refrigeration system, which is a walk-in cooler where you have your products in there. It can be anywhere from having your Cokes, your meat, and on the refrigeration side, you have more components than the air conditioning.
Okay. Mm-hmm. So when do most of your refrigeration customers, when do they call you?
Mostly in the summertime. That's when the heat's blazing down and these condensers are working at their full capacity.
Yeah, so what's usually occurred at their business when they give you guys a call?
Mostly everything, the condenser stops working, which their product starts getting hot, and they sometimes lose their products, which they're losing money. So that's why we always say, call us for a preventative maintenance, which we do a 10-point inspection just to prevent things from happening.
Yeah. Humberto Moreno, he is with Unity, and the website, by the way, over there is unitycooling.com. unitycooling.com. Lance Malone with Standard Supply. Why don't you wrap it up for us, sir?
Sure. Humberto, you told me earlier today about how the refrigeration business is fun for your family because of maybe it's sort of like being a doctor.
Yeah, well, to us, it's a challenge. I mean, we can't really compare as a doctor. You know, their wages are higher than ours. But the way we see it, you know, a doctor
Although the
comes
government's working on changing that.
Yes, sir. Very true. Say, you know, somebody comes in with a stomach ache. What does the doctor do? Has to find out where's the problem and what caused it. Same thing for us in refrigeration. Say you have a freezer, you have thousands of dollars of product inside that freezer. Mm-hmm. Freezer goes down, we have to figure out what happened and why. So that's why we always do the preventative maintenance on it, from preventing condensers to go down the system.
Very good. Got to wrap that up on that point.
Yeah, thanks, Kevin. It's been great to have Humberto Moreno with us today from Unity Cooling Systems. You can find out more about them at unitycooling.com. And if you want to know more about Standard Supply, go to ssdhvac.com.
Thank you very much, gentlemen. When we come back, we're going to have much more for you. Do want to remind you, best content here. It does show up over there at usdailyreview.com, and you're listening to The Price of Business. Good job. Good stuff.